Y'all, they out here taking people mamas, y'all. They are taking people mamas. Lord. Hey, Scott. You know, people are freaking crazy. I can't stand it here. I can't stand it on earth. Welcome to Burgundy Blue Commentary, where we talk about what we want to talk about when we're ready to talk about it. And I want to talk about this Samantha Guthrie story. Hold on, guys. Let me just. Sorry, I wasn't prepared to go on today, but I was like, oh goodness, I didn't do anything today. And this story has really been weighing on my heart. Um, this is just crazy. Okay, in true media fashion, let's just talk about it right quick. Because Samantha Guthrie, she's a Today Show. She's on the Today Show, and then sometimes she's on that Hoda show as well. Um, but we'll get into a little bit more in a second. What I so let's go to the news story before I even start running my mouth. Because did y'all see TMZ today? Y'all, it's nothing funny about TMZ. But did you see what Harvey did today on TMZ? We're gonna go over that. We're gonna go over that. Um, Thank you. Savannah's been on the Today Show for several years. Thank you. Now my aunts and them, they live for the Today Show. So when they heard about it, they, because of the streaming system, I haven't been watching regular TV too much, but they were just like, she always had her mom on the show. So I just think this is dead wrong. But let's go to Savannah Guthrie, mom. Um, I think in true media fashion, they're not telling us what we need to be told. Um, I'm praying for her and her family. Um, yeah. Let's go into what's going on. I think that they know a lot more, meaning the officials. They know a lot more. They're not telling us. Of course. And I don't see it positive, but I'm sending them positive vibes for sure. Okay, let's go here.
Sheriff Cristianos. And Sheriff, I appreciate your time.
Saying that because this poor sheriff does not have a poker face at all. He's scaring me.
Very much, and it's just shocked and saddened to be speaking to you about this. I know you say that Nancy Guthrie has been abducted. What makes you say that?
There's first and foremost, we know that Miss Guthrie is uh, got every, just like we said, sharp as a tack. Her wits are about her. This isn't somebody who wandered off. This is a elderly woman in her mid 80s who suffers some ailments that makes her mobility, her ability to walk around very difficult. The family told us she couldn't go 50 yards, and that in and of itself is a concern. But then we also have some things at that scene that indicate to us that she was removed from that scene against her will. I can't go into all those details. It's not that I'm trying to be secretive. I get that everybody wants to know and they all want to help, and we appreciate it so much. But there is a case that we need to protect that integrity and continue working with our investigative leads.
But you are confident, Sheriff, just to be clear, that it was an abduction.
I've been doing this for 50 years. I have a gut feeling, but it came to me that yesterday in the early afternoon that she was abducted. We didn't know who she was, but we knew that we had this middle-aged, this mid-80s woman missing from our home. And so we have our search and rescue team out there who does great work all the time. And they are out all the time. I mean, it's almost daily. They just are. But something that they told me about that scene made me believe that there's more than just a missing person. So we wanted to continue with that search and rescue mission. Today we still hope she's alive, and we continue with those missions of search and rescue. But our efforts you just can't ignore what you're seeing at a scene. and put that off. Time is of the essence. And so we also initiated our homicide, our criminal investigation team out there to start their investigation.
And so when you say it's your gut on things at the scene, is there anything you can share that led you to that gut without sharing too much about the scene, as I know you're unable to do?
No, I really can't at this time. You know, we have people in the field right now doing some things with, of course, canvassing the neighborhood. Our search teams are back out there just to make sure we didn't miss some areas. Those are standard procedures. But what we also know is there's some evidence that we're trying to retrieve, and whether it's from cameras or digital evidence from cell phones, that technology that's so critical to us, our LPRs, our license plate readers, all of that. We think that once we get those things downloaded to us and have a look at them, we'll be in a better position.
So I know you would ask people for ring cameras or any other kind of information. Is that what you're referring to? I mean, have you been able to look at any of that to see, I mean, whether she was taken in a car or a truck or a van, or are you able to ascertain any of that from video footage that you have at this point, or is that still unknown?
It's still unknown. We're getting a lot of leads, and a lot of that information is coming in, and we are looking at some cameras, but there's nothing specific to us. We're looking. Our priority right now is the home had some cameras that we need help in the download of. They're not cloud-based. They may be on a server somewhere. But I'll be honest, we've been getting great help from not just our law enforcement partners, the FBI, the local law enforcement agencies, and our state law enforcement partners, but even private businesses, Google, Apple, name them. They're the Meta.
Yeah.
They've all been offering up assistance and help, and we greatly appreciate it. This is a big case to this community, because it's not often that it's never really that we see somebody in the middle of the night in their safe home environment in bed all of a sudden disappear.
So you mentioned, and I don't know if I'm just making sure I heard you correctly. You said when you first found out about this, you didn't know who she was. And I think the first thing people wonder is, well, was this a kidnapping for ransom? Because her daughter is who she is.
Yeah.
Do you think this is a kidnapping for ransom? Do you have any kind of a ransom note or anything that would indicate that? Or at this point, do you not know if that's the case?
No, we've been working with Miss Guthrie's, Savannah Guthrie's security team, and researching any potential threats there or anything. But no, we're not hearing anything like that. We've not seen that. We'll never rule it out. But no, we're not. We don't. That's not the direction we're going in right now.
Well, so do you think? I mean, I guess again, I know a lot of this is your gut at this point. So I know you'll know what you know when you know it. But I mean, do you think this could have been random?
Anything is possible.
Wow.
Like I say, I go with gut instinct sometimes.
That's enough.
Sometimes I'm wrong. So we just got to be careful and follow our protocols, our procedures, and just kind of systematically work our way through this. The media has been tremendous help in getting us leads that we're able to chase down and work on, and this community's always supported us. When we come out and ask for help, they're right there. And so it is Miss Guthrie's, Savannah is
I wanna stop it right there. I wanna go to what TMZ did today. This was quite interesting to see this. Being in this, I'm not close. I don't even consider myself a blogger or anything. I'm just on here running my mouth, right? But this shows how everyone wants to be first, no matter how big we get. I want you guys to look at this. This was crazy. So they're talking about, and again, prayers to the family. This is scary. I think it's even worse. Like, this your mom. This is your mom. Like, I couldn't imagine. Let's go.
Something happened here just a few minutes ago. We received an email at TMZ from somebody purporting to.
Now, immediately when I watched this, y'all, I'm telling you, nothing's funny about this case. I'm laughing because it's ridiculous. When I saw this, and hey, Gardis, I said, maybe this is Harvey's handwriting because what's on this marker? So I'm like, I know this is not this lady ransom note. I know this man is not up here on TMZ because he needs to step down now and let Charles or whatever his name is take over. I know he's not on live TV with this ransom note. Now let's watch, guys.
Basically issue a ransom demand. I'm not going to read this, but the top line to it is that they are asking for money a lot. They are asking for it in the form of Bitcoin, and they are putting an or else on this.
Right.
Now, they also say they do two things.
You don't want that number.
Right. They say two things. They say that that there is an address, a Bitcoin address.
Y'all, if I was Savannah, I'd sue the pants off of them. It's an entire phone number in reverse, right? Because I mean, I'm not savvy with a computer, but do you know how many people could call that phone number? Like, give me that Lady Momma back. Like, just mess it up. Like, Harvey, why? Where y'all got a whole office running back there, and he's sitting here on live with the ransom note demands and phone number to call once you get the money. What are you talking about? And they, I gotta replay this. They come in there with a sheet of paper, like, nah, Harvey, you gotta cover this.
That that they say two things. They say that
You don't want that number.
right. They say two things. They say that that there is an address, a Bitcoin address that that they could send this money to, and then they give a description of something that Savannah's mother was wearing at the time of the abduction.
I gotta pause this just because I wanted to point out this. But you know, this is a learning lesson as well. Sometimes we make stuff worse because we probably wouldn't. I honestly thought whatever Harvey was looking at, I thought it was his little chicken scratch or notes or whatever. I thought it was just notes or TMZ stuff. It wasn't until his partner said, "Oh, you don't want that number to show," and now I'm looking at the phone number like 1555. I'm looking like I'm about to call. If you don't get that girl her mama back and leave us alone, shame on you. Who raised you? Oh, hey Zell. Hello, everybody. This is just a sad story, but this, like I said, this go back to how everybody wants to be first. Like we just got this a couple of minutes ago. Okay, so you bring in a cue card or a teleprompter or something. What the heck are y'all? What the heck are you bringing the real ransom note? You bringing a whole the Epstein files. Oh, really? I gotta look into that. Isa, hello. It give that girl so Savannah has a brother and a sister, and I know a lot of people are like, well, maybe it's a ransom because of Savannah. Her mom was in $1 million home, but her brother is very successful as well. Like, he was a pilot, like F whatever, I don't know, we're gonna go over that, but he's really high ranking and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm like, Tia, this just is a lesson to us. Calm down.
Or else on this.
Right.
Now, they also say they do two things.
You don't want that number.
Right. They say two things. They say that that there is an address, a Bitcoin address that that they could send this money to, and then they give a description of something that Savannah's mother was wearing at the time of the abduction and a damaged item in the house.
Both things are clearly mentioned because they want to prove that they're legit, that
So
they
what-
have information about something that happened in the house. We
don't know.
don't know if that is accurate.
We have called the sheriff's department. We've made multiple calls, spoken with the detective unit. We have passed on this email. We don't know whether this is
so sad. This is just so sad. And so now they want money to a Bitcoin, and they're telling us that, they're like, hey, she needs this medication daily. She can't live without this medication. And shame on people. Like, shame on people. Just shame on them. Let's look at what the New York Post has to say.
Shocking new details were.
Like, it's just crazy. I was watching this Lifetime movie, and I couldn't watch it because it was triggering. Like, it was just on, actually it was on this week, and it almost mirrors this, but this lady, I don't know, it's something weird, like my husband's, you know how Lifetime is. It's like my husband's mistress killed my Chihuahua cousin, But anyway, in the movie, the girl was broke. The star of the show, she was broke. And this sleazy landlord got her into some trouble. And so she owed him, like a card shot. She owed him a whole bunch of money, like 50 bands. So you know what he did? She was trying to get the money, but every night he would sneak into her mother's house and take nursing home and take a picture of the mom and send it to her. And it was driving her insane. And the mom would try to tell the nursing home, like, it's a man in my house. And everybody be like, oh, she's old. And, you know how they feel about old people. They losing their mind all the time. But she would try to say it's a man that come in my room every night. And I was like, that has to be the most scariest thing for us that take care of our elder parents, to know that someone would take advantage of them, and that the people that we hold that are strong in our lives and always been rocking our lives, that now someone would hold them and they would have any kind of fear. That is just gut wrenching. Like, give this woman back her mother. Anybody that would do something like this, this is just crazy. The world is just sad, man. Sad. And this is the thing about it. I'm from the hood, right? So we got this thing. Not everybody, but you guys, if you heard this, let me know. Put a 1 in the chat. Have you ever heard, like, if somebody like get in the trunk, don't get in that trunk. Like, just do whatever, that's how I was raised. Go ahead and do whatever you gonna do to me right here, because I'm not getting in that trunk. You're not putting me in that trunk. Like, go ahead, because I feel like I have a better chance of you bluffing or calling your bluff right here. Because once you put me in this trunk, I don't know what's gonna happen. Even if Savannah sends all this money, even if her and her family sends what they're asking for, right? If they don't catch the people, what's to say they're not gonna say, okay, now we're gonna go get your uncle, now we're gonna go get your niece, now we're gonna go get, you know what I mean? Like, it'll never stop. So this is such a jacked up situation. It's such a jacked up situation, right, Ezel? Like, you guys get me? Like, so if they don't catch these people, because Savannah, let's say it is Savannah, let's say she reported on something all over the world, which she has, and somebody just said, hey, we know this, because I was watching some of her news reports, right? And with her mom, and in one of them, she was with her mom, and she said, "Mom, what made you stay in Arizona?" And they showed the house, and the house was just beautiful. And she was like, "I just like it here." She was basically saying, after you kids are grown, I just stayed here. After your dad died, I just stayed here. She basically broke down to us that she was living in this big old mansion by herself. But who would have thought, just loosely, but who would have thought? Who would have thought that she was saying how safe and secure and quiet the neighborhood is? And now look. And then on top of that, her daughter, her other daughter, just had dinner with her mom that night. So I'm not ruling none of, everybody looking at Savannah. I'm looking at everybody like, how this is just sad, because this will never stop. This will never stop. Like, I don't know what to do in this situation. Even if they get her back, which I hope for, if they don't catch the people, this will never end. And then once people find out that she'll give somebody $1 million, or they'll give someone $1 million, it'll never stop. It's sad.
Revealed that blood was found in the home of Today co-host Savannah Guthrie's missing 84-year-old mom, according to a report, with the local sheriff confirming that authorities fear a possible kidnapping or abduction, and becoming emotional in an interview while talking about the case.
Do you believe you are still looking for Nancy Guthrie alive at this point?
I don't, we're just not going to give up hope. We hope she's out there somewhere.
So you still believe this is an active rescue mission at this point?
We hope so.
Law enforcement sources told the Los Angeles Times that the blood was found alongside signs of forced entry in her home, although it was not immediately confirmed whose blood it was. According to authorities, a relative made a 911 call around noon on February 1st to report Nancy Guthrie was missing after she failed to show up for a church service. She was last seen returning from dinner at her home in Catalina Foothills, north of Tucson, at around 9:30 p.m. on January 31st, authorities said. At this point, investigators believe she was taken from the home against her will, possibly in the middle of the night, Pima County Sheriff's Department spokesperson Kevin Adger confirmed to the LA paper. The elder Guthrie was not known to have illnesses such as dementia or Alzheimer's and was of good sound mind. However, she was described as being in not of good physical health. She cannot walk more than 50 yards on her own and is reliant on life-saving medication, a lack of which for 24 hours could prove fatal, making the hunt a race against time. On Monday, February 2nd, authorities confirmed the case was officially being investigated as a crime.
It is a crime scene. We know that. She is very limited in her mobility, right? We know she didn't just walk out of there. That we know. There are other things at the scene that indicate there was she did not leave on her own. We know that.
Her daughter, Today anchor Savannah Guthrie, skipped the February 2nd Monday episode of the NBC Morning Talk Show. However, she shared a statement that was aired regarding her mom being missing.
On behalf of our family, I want to thank everyone for the thoughts, prayers, and messages of support. Right now, our focus remains on the safe return of our dear mom.
The feds have since been looped in on the search, NBC crime reporter Tom Winter told the Today Show.
They were able to get out helicopters last night to use infrared cameras. They've got drones up. They've enlisted the help of the Customs and Border Protection, obviously not too far from the border there in Mexico. They have some special resources. The FBI is also aware of this case as well.
Nancy has made various guest appearances on Today over the years since Savannah joined the show in 2011.
She loves us, her family fiercely, and her selflessness and sacrifice for us, her steadfastness and her unmovable confidence is the reason any of us grew up to do anything.
Now that's really cute and beautiful. You have to just, y'all, check on your people, and take time to make memories. I want to say that. I know we always are engulfed in work and bills and stress, and life be lifing, but take time just to make memories. Going to the park, having a little lunch, having a snowball fight, going for coffee, whatever you could do, when you like, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this. Take a breather and say, maybe I got an hour or two to call my sister, brother, cousin, friend I haven't talked to in a long time, my grandma, my grandpa, my mom, dad. Maybe they're not here no more. Maybe I could take time to stop by their final resting place and just bring flowers, whatever. Take time to make some memories. Make sure you see your kids, see your spouse. Just sit down when you see your spouse today, when you get home, or your partner, when you get home, just stop them where they are and give them a hug or a kiss or a handshake, a high five. Sit there, do a puzzle together, all these things, I'm just trying to give you ideas, things that just slow up all this stuff we got going on in the world right now. Like, this stuff is just crazy. She went to dinner with her daughter, right? And the daughter and her she gets back home and then she's missing the next morning. Take time and, take time for yourself too, but take time and make some memories because it's just not promised. Okay. You guys, I'm going to be following up on this story. I'm going to check in with you guys. I'm praying for this family. This is just crazy. Oh, this is just a sad, sad story. And you guys, I'll be back. Talk to you soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Happy Tuesday. Bye.